G'day ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the YouTube channel. How are we all doing on this lovely evening? It has been a fantastically toasty day. And I thought I'd get into a cheeky video about riding, alright? It's a simple topic. If you're new around here, ladies and gents, g'day, my name's Nathan. I'm an Aussie bloke that the Americans love to poke fun at my accent for. And I make videos and post them over here. If you like what you're seeing, give us a subscribe, a like, and comment down below if you enjoy the content, and I'll happily reply to you. Alright, let's boogie. So ladies and gents, I thought I'd get into a topic today about riding, and that riding is supposed to be a fundamentally fun thing that you do, okay? And a lot of people who ride sort of forget this. Look at that boy over there on the R3, very lush thing. Alright? And of course, keeping the nodding alive for the bike culture, because everybody loves the biker culture, okay? A lot of Harley blokes, I'd say it's more common in America than Australia. They're too tough as nails, too hardcore to nod at the bikers or wave at the bikers. Well, in Australia, I find a lot of the riders wave regardless. At least the riders that aren't knobs, because even the sports bike guys can be like that. It's not a universal thing, but riding as a whole, ladies and gents, is meant to be an enjoyed thing, okay? And I find a lot of guys and girls who just ride every day like I do and commute, they sort of get bored of it because it's just the same thing all the time. But I ride every day because I like to make a video about it, okay? And guess what? The more and more I ride, the less and less I care about where I'm going and what I'm doing. I will ride 5 minutes up the road if I have to. I'll ride 30 minutes down the line. I'll ride a few hours away. I don't care as long as I'm on two wheels and enjoying myself. Alright? I don't care what the temperature is usually. Lately, I don't care about the temperature. Usually I used to stop if it was over like 30 odd degrees, but because I'm doing YouTube more full time now, as well as my job, so my free time is all just making YouTube videos, and I'm not even making hella YouTube money either. I'm making peanuts for the amount of hours I'm putting into YouTube, but I don't really care. I'm enjoying myself. That's what I'm doing it for. I ride regardless of the temperature right now. And if it rains, shit, I'll do a voiceover. I don't really care. I'm loving life. So even if you're riding all the time, even for like commuting purposes, you shouldn't be finding that riding gets old and stale. It should always permanently sort of be one of those things you really thoroughly enjoy doing. Don't you bloody roll forward there, sir. And as someone who does it so much, I do not get sick of riding. I love every minute of it. And you should too, alright? Now, I ride way more than I drive. I drive maybe once every 2-3 weeks. I drove today purely because my car hadn't been driven in ages. And if I don't drive it at least once every blue moon, the battery will probably die or worse. So I've got to give it the old leg stretch every now and then. But typically I will ride everywhere because I find riding a much more enjoyable experience as opposed to driving. I don't really like driving if I don't have to. I don't hate driving, don't get me wrong. I like cars. I'm a car guy as well as a bike guy. You can, in fact, be both. It's not limited to one thing. But I tells you what, if I get the chance to ride or drive, I'm riding 100% of the time, unless I have to bring a whole bunch of passengers. In that case, well, that's where that sort of falters, all right? Just making sure the microphone's still in the helmet. Didn't have the most confidence-inspiring placement today. But dude, if you're legally allowed to do what I just did there and go through the traffic, why wouldn't you? I love it. Every chance I get to be on the bike, I take, whether I'm visiting family, relatives. I'd never understood how that chipped there, because I, look at it, there, right, with my fingers pointing. I never hit that thing with anything, so I don't know why it's chipped. Everyone in my family, knows I'll ride everywhere. My mum hates it, but guess what? Tough shit. I bought the bike to ride, not look at in the garage. So, if I get the chance to be on it, you bet your ass I'm going to take it every single time. And it's a shame when people go, I'm overriding, I didn't really like it. Now, if you don't like it, fair enough. It's not for everybody. Some people just can't do it, or they might be scared of it. This little fluff here, mate. Iconic part of my glove. Time to get rid of it finally. I keep looking at it all the time, and now it's about time it goes. Yeah, but I can understand if it's not for you, right? That's the one instance I'll be like, fair enough. If you're scared of riding, or you just can't find the joy in it, all right, I get it. But people who buy bikes, and you look at it on bike sales or wherever you buy it from, Craigslist or whatnot, and they go, oh, I love this bike, I ride it all the time, I've had it for a few years, and you go, a few years? And they've got like 3,000 to 5,000 kilometers on them, and you're like, ride it a lot, did you? Did you ride it a lot in the first month you bought it and then never touch it again, for God's sakes? Like, Jesus. When I've had this bike for 3 years, I've nearly done 10,000 clicks every year I've had it, so, man, shit, I ride. Alright, that's riding and enjoying the bike. I've got 27,300 kilometers on this bike, okay? And all of those, except for maybe like 2 or 3, were mine, because I did everything. I bought these are my bike's kilometers, baby. That is enjoying a bike. I love it. I don't care. I'll ride 10 kilometers, I'll ride 1, I'll ride 500. I don't care. I'm happy to just be on the motorbike and do it now. 500 kilometers on my bike is probably going to be a little uncomfortable, I'll give it that. But dude, too many people are finding themselves just not riding because they just don't enjoy it. And I'm like, man, you're missing out on so much bike you could be enjoying. I mean, even right now, it's like 25 degrees. It's got a lovely cool breeze. I'm enjoying it. The sun's still shining on the ride home from work. Sure, I don't have my gear on, but don't do that. But I like the feeling of the wind on me until I find that I don't love the feeling of the bitumen. But you know what? Some lessons are best learnt the hard way, and unfortunately, this might be one of those cases where eventually I'll probably learn the hard way. But until that day comes, I'm going to enjoy all that lovely wind through my arms. But if that being said, if you do ride without gears, just don't ride like a dickhead. I mean, it's pretty simple. A lot of the guys who ride without gear ride like dickheads, and then they crash and then wonder why they get parmesan cheesed and becoming a meat crayon across the ground. Whereas I like to try and ride a little bit safer when I don't have gear, because, you know, the more you ride, the more you realise a lot of crashes are avoidable, alright? And the more you watch crashes, the more you realise the bikers are at fault because of ego and stupidity. So, I'm sorry, but I don't find biking that bad. Yes, it has got more chance of risk because people don't see, but guess what? I don't really care. I ride regardless. And if you're not seen enough, bloody make your bike louder. Then believe you me, if you're filtering, especially, I find that's probably the best time where a loud pipe does in fact save lives. They'll hear you. Oh, lovely, lovely tunnel sounding. Yeah, but like, look, loud pipes saving lives is one thing, but guess what? I find it's really more filtering in tight spaces where they will, because they'll hear you coming through the gaps, and that's where you want all the loud noises. But just beaming down the road like I am now, going fast and having a loud exhaust won't really help you, I'm sorry. It might stop a pedestrian from walking down in front of you, but a car ain't gonna hear shit. So that's just one of those scenarios. But yeah, this is just my PSA to tell you to hop on your motorcycle and get out and ride. And if you don't have one yet, buy one and ride, baby. You're missing out on so much life, as it were. And then just enjoy yourself cruising down the road, vibing. Half of my time I'm riding, dude, it's literally me dancing with music in my headphones or like whatnot. Because I don't give a shit what people think of me when they look at me. I will literally be rolling to a set of lights with my arms out like, you know, like this, just dancing along, truly having a good time. Because I realized very early on in my life that most people don't really give a shit about what you're doing, and and their opinions of you don't matter to you as a person. And I find if you do stupid shit like dancing on your motorbike, all you're gonna do is make people laugh. So I'm already making YouTube videos to entertain people over the internet, so I might as well do some stupid shit to entertain people in the reality, because I'm just one of those kinds of people, alright? But yeah, dude, if I'm entertaining everyone else, I should damn well be entertained. Bump, and another one. This bridge has moved a little bit since they built it, but I really hope you guys do just hop on your motorbikes to enjoy yourselves, because honestly, I find so much bikers miss out on just a good time because they purely just don't ride enough. And I don't get it, because you're missing out on half your riding season. So there are some people that only ride during a perfectly sunny day, and like, dude, half of your year isn't sunny anyway. Well, depending on the area. Like, if you live in England and you're waiting for a sunny day to ride, mate, you'll never fucking touch your bike. I ride as long as it's not pissing down with rain, alright? And I've done it in the pissing rain, I just don't have any wet weather gear. And maybe one day I'll buy some and continue the daily vlogs, regardless of the weather. I will ride, baby. We'll see how much YouTube makes me in the future. But for now, I'll be happy doing the motor vlogging and then doing the voiceover chat, the kind of videos, alright? But, dude, putting your bike away in the shed to only ride every like sunny day, you're not really enjoying it as best you could. You don't have to veer out of your lane to turn left, and good sir. Now, fundamentally, with the video argument of saying you should ride your bike and enjoy it, I suppose you technically are if you're doing that. Okay, you're not really not enjoying it, but if you've had your bike for 3 or 4 years and you've only done 3,000 or 4,000 kilometers on it, yeah, you're not really enjoying the bike, man. Now look, I get it, you bought it, you can do what you want with it, alright? Don't let me tell you how to live your life. All I'm telling you is that I'm disappointed in you. You could have been riding around a whole lot more. Dude, I'm not enjoying it. I'm not enjoying seeing a lot of bikers not enjoy their toys. But I am enjoying the cheap second-hand bike market, because there's a whole lot of bikes that have barely been touched that, well, you just get a great deal on, because they're just so pure and unmodified and unloved and looking for a nice new home. And the last thing that these bikes need is to be abandoned in the garage. dude. Oh well, some things in life can't be avoided, and one of those, so that's the wrong way to do a gear. One of those things is people not riding their bikes, alright, and not enjoying themselves. And if they're not enjoying themselves, well, I'm just not enjoying seeing them not enjoy themselves. Without further ado, ladies and gents, I'm going to be stuck in traffic for a bit, so I don't think it'll be the best video for you from this point onwards. So take it easy, keep it cheesy, make sure you guys ride around more often. Please enjoy your motorcycles. Otherwise, enjoy yourself, have a good day, and you know I love you. Peace, bye!